Hey, Warhawks. So last week we talked about workload planning, which is a tool that allows you to see if your students have lots of other assignments and things due on a particular day that maybe you're thinking about having an assignment or a test or something. But the way that works, though, that only works when you are adding in your assignments to Schoology and you're adding them as assignments and not just events on your calendar. So in the past, actually, this is what I've done. If I had a test that was going to be on a Friday, um, I would say add event because it wasn't going to be necessarily in Schoology. And so I would add the event and I would just put it in, you know, Road to Revolution test as a title and everything like that. And it shows up on the student's calendar, which is good and fine, really. But another tool that might help us all a little is if instead of adding those types of things simply as a calendar, but adding it as an assignment. And so you click Add Materials, um, Add Assignment, and then you click on that, and you then put, Road to Revolution test. Put that in there. And in your description, you can even say right here, you could say, this test will be given in class on paper or something, so that they don't think that it's going to be in Schoology for some reason. And then you do not need to add anything down here. You would need to put the due date, the date that it is on here. So you would put, let's say the 18th of the Friday. And then down here on the options, when it's submissions enabled, you don't want your submissions enabled because they're not going to be submitting anything in Schoology. And then you would simply hit create. And then oh, I didn't put the category. And then on the category, I would probably put ungraded. Um, Although you could also put academic achievement since it will be a academic achievement. Now notice the enabled got once I clicked that, it re-enabled submission. So I need to take that off. And now I'm going to hit create. And it shows up here on their upcoming events. The good thing about that, though, is because it's a test or an assessment or an assignment, really, if I remember what I put. Um, when I click on workload planning, it now shows up here um, on workload planning. And so I think I said, oh, what day did I put that? Oh, and it doesn't show up here because my parameters are just two or more. And so once I put one or more, you'll see, okay, my students have a test on Friday. I'm going to have to go delete that because they're going to be freaking out. They already thought they took that test. So that's a helpful hint, helpful way to make workload planning more useful is if everybody is, instead of just using the event, but using the on your calendar, but actually adding it in as an assignment, then it shows up there. It's not a requirement to do it that way, but it is helpful for all of us. So anyway, have a great week.